Hey everyone, it's Mikexingchen. As far as we know, the world has never been more technologically advanced than it is right now. However, as we progress, new discoveries are made every day, and we are constantly uncovering inventions as far back as ancient times that still puzzle us. But like everything else, even inventions are sometimes lost, and some of them so innovative that we have not been able to recreate them. So in this video, we're going to cover some of the lost inventions that are so impactful they could have changed the world today. Number 1. Starlight. First announced in the pages of Jane's International Defense Review, Starlight was a revolutionary installation created by hobbyist chemist Maurice Ward in the 1980s. Ward was a former hairdresser who had no formal scientific training and claimed he put this together on his kitchen table with a food processor. So maybe Martha Stewart can figure this thing out. Anyway, under tests, Starlight was able to withstand a laser beam that could produce a temperature of 10,000 degrees Celsius and kept an egg completely raw after 5 minutes of blowtorching. Several noted scientists also vouched for its incredible ability to resist heat and impact. Experts immediately realized its possibilities for things like fire doors, spacecrafts. It could even shield against a nuclear blast. Unfortunately, Ward passed away in 2011 before revealing the secret of Starlight to any other living being, and the material hasn't been seen since. Number 2. Sloot digital coding system. This is a very modern lost invention, one that would have saved me a lot of money from having to upgrade to the 64 gig iPhone. Anyway, in the late 1990s, a Dutch electronics technician named Romke Jan Bernard Sloot created the Sloot digital coding system, which he claimed could reduce a feature-length movie down to a file size of just 8 kilobytes. Sloot demonstrated this to execs from Philips by playing 16 movies simultaneously from a single 64 kilobyte chip. After receiving many offers and told he would be filthy rich, he died mysteriously of a heart attack in his garden on September 11, 1999, 2 days before he was scheduled to hand over the source code. Number 3. Silphium. Silphium wasn't really an invention as much a discovery. It was an herbal wonder drug based on the fruits of a particular genus of the Silphium plant that only grew along a certain shoreline in modern-day Libya. This heart-shaped fruit was known to be a cure-all and was used to treat warts, fever, and digestion, but what made Silphium so desirable was its powers as a contraceptive. It was so valued that it appears on several different pieces of ancient Roman currency. And get this, women only needed to drink Silphium juice once every few weeks, and this would be enough to prevent pregnancy. This made Silphium into one of the most sought-after drugs of the ancient world across Europe and into Asia. But because this plant was so scarce and the demand was so high, over-harvesting drove the plant to extinction. So to this day, we don't know what's in Silphium's biological makeup that allows it to serve as birth control. Number 4. Mithridates. A so-called universal antidote against all poisons was said to have been developed by King Mithridates VI of Pontus and perfected by the personal physicians of Emperor Nero of Rome. According to historians, the original formula was lost, but some say that among its ingredients were opium, chopped vipers, and a combination of small doses of poison and their antidotes, among, of course, other unknown things. Number 5. Stradivarius stringed instruments. This lost invention could have certainly changed the world of music, and it is the process through which the famed Stradivarius violins and other stringed instruments were built. The violins, along with assorted violas, cellos, and guitars, were constructed by the Stradivari family in Italy from roughly 1650 to 1750 and have an unparalleled and impossible to reproduce sound quality. The technique for building Stradivarius instruments was a family secret, known only by Patriarch Antonio Stradivari and his sons. Once they died, the process died with them. Today, there are only around 600 of the instruments left. Number 6. Tesla death ray. Not all inventions would have changed the world for the better, and that's why we're pretty lucky that this Tesla creation never saw the light of day. Because of Tesla's hatred of war, he sought a technological way to end warfare, the only way he knew how. On July 11, 1934, the headline on the front page of the New York Times read, "Tesla at 78 bears new death beam." The article reported that the new invention will send concentrated beams of particles through the air of such tremendous energy that they will bring down a fleet of 10,000 enemy airplanes at a distance of 250 miles. Tesla stated that the death beam would make war impossible by offering every country an invisible Chinese wall. The so-called death ray was never constructed, however, even though Tesla shopped it around to various countries, and the plans for the laser were never found after Tesla's death. So imagine a world where these inventions were not lost. We could be enjoying the wondrous sounds of a Stradivarius stringed instrument everywhere, while walking around with our 1 megabyte iPhones, living in homes that are basically nuke-proof, which is good because every country would have a death ray. We don't have to worry much about being poisoned, and women only need to take birth control once every few weeks. That would be quite a different world, and I would really just like to know, and let me hear your comments about this. Starlight versus death ray. Who wins? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done it already, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media. All that information is in the description box. Thanks again. See you later.